Not many teenagers are wired like Grant County Flasher senior fullback and linebacker Layton Woodbury.
In football, I'm a headhunting. I'm looking to lay the hit on someone.
Woodbury's passion for punishment was evident his junior season for the Storm as he racked up a team-high 108 tackles and rushed for 600 yards, scoring 13 touchdowns.
People are like, man, you got to be fast. You got to be in shape for that. Like, yeah, you got to be in shape.
All true statements for athletes, but Woodbury's not talking about football. He's talking about this.
Hey! Hey! Ow! High school football, I mean, I'm amped up, but there's not a part of my body that is scared or nervous. I mean, I'm going in and I'm like, alrighty, I'm gonna go crack some heads. Like, let's do this, bring it, and, and I step in foot in that bull riding, and I step in. I'm like, I'm just a bad cat. Like, I'm here to fight some bulls. And
that got real tight, Jack. I about took one to the face there.
I was born into rodeo. My dad fought bulls for 12, 15 years. Pretty good bullfighter in the state of North Dakota, South Dakota, surrounding states.
Being born into the sport helps, but whether your opponent is a 180-pound running back or a 2,000-pound bull, perfection requires practice. For Layton, that takes place in this arena, operated by the Eckroth family.
I mean, this is my home right here. I mean, I'd pay anything to just be in this arena 24/7 fighting bulls. I could eat, sleep, and breathe in here.
On this playing field, forget the X's and O's. It's all about thinking on your toes.
When that bull's coming, you got to think like, okay, I got to make a tight circle, get in that pocket, look at that flank so you're getting into that shoulder. I mean, if you're by the shoulder of the bull, he ain't going to get you. He can't bend around like that. So you're really diving in there, driving in there to try to stay in that pocket, and that makes a good bullfighter.
Last year, Woodbury was named North Dakota Rodeo Association Finals Bullfighter of the Year, becoming the youngest to ever do it at just 16 years old.
I mean, I wore my dad's NDRA buckle, his bullfighting buckle, for a long time, and getting that buckle and getting it in my hands and just looking at it for the first time and realizing there was one of my goals. I can't even put it into words how much it meant to me to get that at such a young age.
He certainly bucks the trend when it comes to his age, but he's also confident that he was made to dance in the dirt.
Shoot, I think I go where my feet go. I hardly ever go down in the arena. I'm really light on my feet. I'm pretty catty. Not to talk up myself too much. I sure hate to get a big ego on this. Being light on your feet is the biggest thing in the bullfighting arena. You got to be able to juke and jive. You don't know if that bull's going to cut you off real hard and you're going to have to plant and go back the other way. I'll tell you one thing, it's not fun getting hit by those, so you try to do as much as possible to not get hit.
But even those that always seem a step ahead get tripped up sometimes.
Motivation's gonna go a long ways. Here we go, come on!
Hey! I just broke my ankle.
I went to push away from the bull and cause separation, and when I did that, the bull's back end came around and landed on the side of my ankle, breaking my fibula and tearing every ligament on the inside of my ankle.
His rodeo season cut short, and his senior year of football sidelined less than 2 weeks before the start of practice. A tough circumstance to stomach on Friday nights.
I was standing there on the sideline, and there's times I just choke up my throat, like how I let my team down. I mean, I played a big role in our defense. I played middle linebacker, and I was leading tackler most of the games last year, and I love defense and knowing that I contribute a large part to our team, and now there I sit on the sidelines. It's hard for me to watch.
But all hope isn't lost for Woodbury's athletic career. Broken bones heal, and the rodeo shows will go on. His plan is to return to the bull ring once he's healed, but first, he's taking time to reflect and understand divine intervention.
It's a gut check to make you see if you actually want to fight bulls, and we're talking, this is definitely one of God's plans. Like, maybe this is the reason why he took me out. I was maybe going to go to the next rodeo and, get in a bad accident, or go into the next rodeo and a bull hits me even worse than what happens. Shoot, I was abusing my body this summer, and he's telling me to slow down and just take a breather. So that's kind of the way we're thinking. It's that was him telling me just to set back a little bit and and now I'm going to rehab this ankle right so that I can continue my fighting for the 15 years that I want to do it.
Now, Layton's goal is to get back in time to fight bulls in the NDRA finals on September 23rd and 24th, but obviously his recovery will determine if he's able to do that. As you mentioned, he wants to be smart, knowing he has a lot of bullfighting still ahead of him. And I didn't touch on this in the story, but there have been times the last few years where Layton would play a varsity football game on a Friday night and then turn around and fight bulls the next day. I don't know how many players in the state, let alone the country, can say that.
This has been Midco Sports Magazine, presented by Build Your Base with Beef Sports Nutrition and Training Program.